I hear my neighbor talking synced when I come in my apartment. But I know I make a lot of videos and like, but it's like, just imagine though, if like everyone around you is synced all day and then everyone knows what's happening and they just act like they don't know what's happening. Like they're just like, sit there and just watch you walk up the street and you're like, this is synced and that's synced and this is synced. And they know what I'm talking about. They just sit there and act like I'm a crazy person or whatever. And they just like sit there and stare at me and shit. But like everyone knows what's happening though. And they know why I can't get jobs and shit, and they know what's happening. And then even if they don't want to do it, like they have to do it. Some of them look like they don't want to do it. Like they look, or a lot of them look like that. They look like scared, or they look like ashamed to do it, or whatever. They just like can't look me in the eye and shit. It's just like weird, like I should have, like by now I should have like a group of people with me, like following me around, like, yeah, that's weird, everybody's synced around and that's weird. I'm down with you, 1llkat. That's some weird shit. Everybody's synced around here. I ain't down with that. I should have like a group of people following me around by now, like holding signs and shit or whatever, walking up the street with me. But like nobody around acts like they know what's happening, but they do. Everyone knows what's happening. But it's because everyone's synced though. It's like everyone's synced. So of course I don't have people following me around with signs, because everyone's synced and they're down with the sync. Whether they want to do it or not, they gotta be down with the sync. Constantly, all day, every day. And then gaslight me and act like they're not down with the sync. And like there is no sync. And like it's just all illusion and a delusion. But there is a bug flying in my window synced right now. And it's synced with all the people outside right now. And they're all synced. And they are synced. And they are. And they definitely are synced. My neighbor's not talking anymore right now, though. So I don't know when he's going to start doing that again. But it'll be synced. He never talks unsynced. Like, just imagine how crazy that is. They never talk unsynced. All my neighbors around me never make any sounds unsynced. They're always tapping on the walls, or walking by in the hallway, or slamming a door, or coughing or blowing their nose, or talking, or making whatever sound that they're making synced every time that they make a sound. I hear my neighbor talking again right now. But I'm going to stop talking. Probably synced with me talking. And it's just crazy, like they just drive by or walk by like laughing and shit, and it'll be like, it's like, bitch, I could throw this kombucha bottle at your head right now. I could do that if I wanted to. I'm not going to, but I could. I could just throw this at your head right now, and you would have to go to the hospital. But you think that's funny, though, to, like, poke at me and try to provoke me to do that. And you're like a 90-year-old lady walking by me, and you can barely walk. And you're like, oh. You're laughing your dentures out of your face. It's like, what the fuck? Or you're walking by me with a baby in your arms and you're smiling with this weird smile on your face. With a baby in your arms. Or with your children in the car. Or sending your children out by themselves to sink on me. I see this guy on a bike and he's always synced, and he's got a red shirt on today and a red hat. And he's synced with his engine sound, this whitey behind him as he turns around in the parking lot. There's like a whitey parking behind him, and there's an engine sound when he turns around in the parking lot. And then my neighbor's talking synced again, probably. And then the engine sound is synced with them getting out of the whitey. And then they're honking the whitey, like locking it as these people walk behind it with their children. I don't know if I caught that bird. He flew right over my head. I don't think I caught it. I caught the one the other day, though. Now there's another whitey taking off, synced with another car behind it. And there's a bunch of sync cars on the street. And it's going to start a chain reaction of syncs, and there's going to be 100 syncs all at once, and they're going to try to make me hyperventilate because there's too many syncs, and I can't talk about all the syncs all at once because there's just too many syncs. There's a guy on a bike, or a scooter. I think it was a child on a scooter, and he was synced with all the cars. And then there's these other people walking, and they're probably going to sync. And the one guy's got a red hat. And right when they walk out of sight, this loud truck starts, and there's other guy walking the other opposite way. Like right when they walk behind the corner of the building, somebody else walks out the opposite way, and the truck started at the same time. A loud truck right outside. It's this loud whitey truck. He's always starts synced, and he's gonna drive out of the parking lot synced. He's driving out. He's getting to the edge of the parking lot synced with the car getting to the intersection. And then he's driving out on the street synced with other cars driving out on the street synced. And then he syncs with a car unlocking when he drives out of sight. And then it's just going to start another chain reaction syncs, and it's going to be synced targeted, and it's going to be people with their children, and they're going to be like, "Ah! I synced with my children, ha! I'm stock tarded."